Didn't want to let the opportunity go by because Chris Wallace joins us, host of Fox News Sunday, but so much more. It's been a real pleasure to be a part of the Fox News election coverage team and to be with you on election night and to watch it all unfold was really amazing. Your thoughts on those days after that?
Well, look, this is an extraordinary story. I think it's fair to say, and I've talked to some historians as well, it's the biggest political shocker. I won't say upset in the sense that some people have been further behind than Trump was, but the biggest political shocker in American history, the idea that Donald J. Trump, a man who's never been a politician, who never served as a general of the Army, is the next president of the United States.
And in that last debate, when you were the debate moderator, did you have a sense for how the country was feeling when you were asking those questions? Because I thought, especially when you started out and talking about the issues that people had thought hadn't gotten enough attention, that you really hit the nail on the head.
Well, I wasn't worried about what the country was thinking. I was trying to get through the 90 minutes, but you're exactly right. You know, it was astonishing, and then, in a sense, it was an advantage to be the moderator of the third debate because the Supreme Court had never been discussed. Guns, abortion, immigration, which was one of Trump's fundamental issues, had never been discussed, let alone debts and entitlements. So there were an awful lot of issues there, and not that I was favoring one or the other, but I thought, let's hear what both of them have to say about it. And there was a real contrast, obviously, on all of those issues.
So it's an amazing story of what Donald Trump was able to do in a very unconventional way, a new way of campaigning. He'll be a new president. But what about the Democrats in the aftermath? What do you think is going through their minds?
Well, I think utter shock. I mean, one of the things that has, frankly, amused me in the days after is to see the bizarro world. Everybody said, well, will Republicans accept the results of the election? It's the Democrats who are crying foul. People talked about with the Republicans, with the Trump supporters going to be taking to the streets. We've had demonstrations in cities all over the country. The late-night comedians, the hosts on the morning talk shows are acting like their puppy died. And then there's this, which I have to say I just find astonishing. This is the headline on Thursday, Dana, in the New York Times. The banner headline the day after, basically the first day, because the news of Trump's victory broke so late. It isn't Trump wins, new man in power. It's Democrats, students, and foreign allies face the reality of a Trump presidency. So much for fairness and objectivity on the front page of the America's paper of record. It's almost a parody of itself.
This will be another presidential transition that you witness. What do you expect coming up? Because I think that both President Obama and President-elect Trump and even Secretary Clinton were very gracious. Do you expect to see that continue through? Absolutely.
And frankly, I think it was your old boss, George W. Bush, who really set the marker there, because there were all kinds of stories about when he came in 2000 and some of the Clinton people had taken the W's off all the computers. And you can tell me, but as I understand it, Bush just laid down the law. We're going to make this business-like. We don't necessarily like the guy who's replacing us, but this is bigger than us. It's about America. And I absolutely expect the Obama team and the Trump team to act in the same fashion.
We did. We had a mandate from the president. It would be to be the most professional transition in the history of the country, and we tried to follow that through, and I hope that set a good example. All right. Thank you, Chris. We appreciate it.
You bet. Thank you, Dana.
Thank you.